Hi, I'm Donna Joy Asher. I'm a multi-award winning author. I'm a fiction author and I write in different genres. I write cozy mystery and I also write fantasy. I've got Alien Private Eyes, which is a bit of a twist on the normal cozy mystery where I've taken it to sci-fi. And I'm about to start writing a new series I'm very excited about called the Demon Bounty Hunter series, which will be more a fantasy sort of about witches as well as demons. I'm not quite sure if that's fantasy or paranormal, but anyway. Today, now, normally every second video that I shoot, I actually read from one of my books, but I've done something very, very clever. And I have packed all of my books up. I'm in the process of moving to my new place and I've packed all my books. So not the silliest thing I've ever done though. So today I wanted to talk to you about me. I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about myself, my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations. So as a person, as an author, you could get to know me a little bit better. I hope that's okay. So, my name is Donna Joy Asher. I am currently 49 years of age. My favourite colour is green. My favourite number is 5. And my favourite animal is the dog. So I don't have any human children. I have 2 fur children. I have miniature schnauzers, which is also my favourite type of dog. So what do I do for a living? Well, I'm obviously a writer. That's why you're here watching this video. I'm also a dentist. So I've been a dentist for 27 years now. And while it's something that I do love, it is also something that I'm working to move out of because I've been doing it for 27 years now. And there are so many other things out there that I'd like to try and to do. I also work as an analytical hypnotherapist and a psychotherapist, and I am a sales coach and I'm an online marketer as well. I help people with their businesses in online marketing, creating funnels and websites and all that sort of wonderful stuff as well. So there's quite a few things that I do to make money. But I also do because I love. So all of those things that I'm doing, I love all of them. And these things are giving me the freedom that I need to also be able to write and be very creative. So what do I like doing when I'm not doing any of those things and I'm not writing? I love reading, of course. I love reading fiction books, but I also like reading non-fiction books, so more self-development books I'm really into at the moment, health books. I really love reading about health as well. So they're the 2 things that I'll normally go to, either something about health and the body, biochemistry. I love biochemistry. I'm looking like a real nerd, aren't I? But yeah, anything to do with biochemistry and the body and how it works and health, I really love. The brain, I'm really into neuroplasticity of the brain and studying that and trying to work out how I can help my clients that I work with in psychotherapy and hypnotherapy, and also doing a little bit of other sort of spiritual healing, reconscious coding stuff about how I can best help them with what I'm doing by also learning about biochemistry and about the brain and how it works. So when I'm not reading, I love walking. So I love taking my dogs for a walk, but I also love hiking. Now, unfortunately, I inherited very pathetic skin from my dad's side of the family, so I blister really easily. So I've never been able to go and do any long hiking trips in Nepal or anything like that. So which I would love to do, those sort of long hiking trips. So I have to kind of like just do maybe a few hours, maybe a day, and after that I become a cripple with my feet. So something I am looking into at the moment is trying to find ways that I can walk. I've discovered wool that you put in your socks that helps stop these friction blisters within the feet form, which is what I get. So hopefully in coming months and years I'll be able to share with you that I'm hiking more and doing amazing things like I'd love to go to South America and do the Inca Trail and walk up to Machu Picchu and stuff like that. So that's what I would really, really love to do. So walking, I love anything in nature. I love kayaking. I've got one of those pedal kayaks that you actually pedal, so you've got hands free for taking photos and having a drink while you go. I love an afternoon with my girlfriends having champagne. Okay, just I don't drink a lot, but I do love a beautiful French champagne on a sunny afternoon with my girlfriends sitting and enjoying. So that's something I like to do. I like pottery. I like creative things. I love creating, making things. Unfortunately, when you do something like pottery, you get to the point where you run out of either places that you can put stuff or people that you can give things to. So I have in the past, I've done mosaics and I've done woodwork. I've done did cake decorating for a while, but I didn't like having really sticky fingers, which is funny because I didn't mind having gooky ones with the pottery. I'm just trying to think of these. I did a dressmaking course once, so I used to do a lot of sewing and actually design my own clothes and stuff. I did that. I also did an adult ballet course once. That was quite interesting. Just imagine like a baby elephant floating around the room and you've pretty much got me doing ballet. I do, however, like dancing. I love dancing. So that's something I'll often do by myself. Put on some really good dance music in the kitchen and get my groove on when I'm cooking dinner, things like that. So I do like a good boogie. I'm just trying to think what else I like doing. I love learning. I love learning new things. So that's hence the books and the biochemistry and the health stuff and the non-fiction stuff at the moment. So I'm always looking to learn new things and expand my horizons and expand my mind and my concept of this world and what we're here to do and to achieve. Okay, so what do I want? Well, I want to play the violin. I have always wanted to play the violin. And when I was a little child, I wanted to play the violin and Mum and Dad wouldn't let me. They said that they didn't want to have to listen to cats dying every day. And they put me into the piano as well. And piano was lovely. I mean, I learned that for 10 years, but I never felt like it was the instrument I was meant to be learning. And even though obviously after 10 years, you get, quite advanced in it, I never felt like it was free flowing through me. So my goal this year is once I move into my new apartment, I'm going to research electric violins, hopefully so I don't scare the neighbours off. And I'm going to give myself violin lessons so I can see if this feeling that I've always had in my body that I should be able to pick a violin up and play it is actually true. So I'm sure I'm in for a nasty surprise when that happens, because I'm sure that it will sound like multiple cats dying at once, but I'll let you know when that happens. So it's one thing I want to do this year is I want to learn how to play the violin. Another thing I would love to do in my life, I want to live in Maui. I mean, I'd love to live in many, many places, right? I'd love to live in the Mediterranean. I'd love to spend some time in Italy. But when I think of those sort of things, I think about living there for a few months at a time and really enjoying the culture and soaking it up. I don't see living there as life. But I went to Maui once many, many years ago and just really fell in love with it. I love Hawaii in general. They speak English, which is always really handy. But there was something in Maui that, I don't know, it's like they'd taken Australia and shrunk it right down, and they had the rainforest and they had the mountains and the volcanoes. Not that we really have volcanoes here in Australia like that, but they had, the beautiful beaches, and they had the soft corals right up to the shore, so you could just go snorkeling and see soft corals right there. Turtles, the marine life was beautiful. It was very relaxed, those beautiful almost like architecture of the land, right? Where it's almost as if someone designed it, those cliffs, they're so dramatic and beautiful. And I can imagine just being able to live there and be creative and just be able to do amazing things. So I want to live in Maui. I want to play the violin. I want to live in Maui. And in doing those things, I would love to be able to obviously live where I want to live and do what I want to do. So I'd love to be able to write and not be tied to one place like I am with dentistry. So I'd like to be able to work from wherever I want in the world. So they're my wants, but my dreams, I know, it's like where you cross over between wants and dreams. So my wants are what I kind of want for myself. My dreams are sort of my dreams for my purpose in life. So I feel like my dream is to be able to inspire as many people as possible to be able to do whatever it is that they want in life. So whatever their purpose is, to be able to inspire them to realize that they can do it. I mean, what most people don't realize, and I know that I'm doing this video as an author, not as a hypnotherapist, but still you might get something out of this. What people don't realize is there's actually nothing stopping them having what they want, because they just need to take the action that they need to take to do it. But when we start trying to have what we want, then all of a sudden there's all these obstacles in the way and our mind gets in the way and all this shit starts to happen and gets stirred up, and then we become confused and overwhelmed and all this stuff happens, and we can't actually take the action to have what we want. But if you logically think about it, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, there's a pathway there. And it's just really a case of taking the steps to get there. The problem is that people just can't seem to take the action of the steps that they need to do to get there. So I want to be able to inspire people to realize that they can have whatever they want. And then I want to be able to help them do that. I want to be able to help them overcome the obstacles, the resistance that are stopping them from being able to go on to have this life that they want. So that's my dream for my life, of how I want to live, what my purpose is, as opposed to what I want for myself, which apparently is to play the violin in Maui. So anyway, that's enough from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it's not one of me reading. And next week I'm moving into my apartment. So as soon as I've got enough stuff unpacked, I will take you on a tour of my new apartment, which is going to be my creative space. I'm spending some time really handpicking my furniture and bringing stuff that is beautiful and inspiring and creative into it, so I can create this really holistic feel within my apartment space, that the whole thing is almost like a temple to my creative work, so that when I'm there I can do what I need to do and create what I need to create. So unfortunately, a lot of that furniture that I have handpicked may not be here for 5 months. So I'll be sitting on cushions on the floor, possibly till early next year. But as soon as it's up and running, I will take you on a tour. You'll probably be able to see it in the background in the next few videos. You'll be able to see a shifted background. And I look forward to seeing you when I get to my new place. I hope you have a wonderful week, and don't forget to go check out my books on Amazon. As I said, we'll put the link to my Amazon author page with this video.